Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. In this video, we're going to be doing chapter 14, verse 22. And this is answering exactly the question that I didn't have this question I didn't know I had this question, but it answered the question I didn't know I had. and one little piece of it. So I'll talk about that. But it's a really, really beautiful verse. So I'm going to speak a few things. Let's go through the verse. Let's do our prayer first, and then let's go through the verse, and then I'm going to speak about a few realizations, small little realizations I have. So if you want to stop at the end of the video, like at the end of the verse learning, you can stop. Otherwise, you can stay and listen. Okay, so let's call out to Krishna. With our entire hearts and souls, let's call out to Krishna and ask him for help. Um, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, please don't let us go away from you. Please don't let us get away from you. Please don't let us forget you. Please keep us please be like if when we're flying like kites out of you for either pain or sadness or happiness or joy or whatever it is. Please be that string that pulls us back and keeps us grounded. Please keep us connected with you. Please keep us attached to you. Please do not let us go. That is what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling a little bit disconnected, like I'm letting go, and I don't want him to let me go. Even if I'm letting go, I don't want him to let me go. Okay, so let's sing the verse. So the verses are merged. Prabhupada has merged 22, 23, 24, 25, and Swami Mukundanand has merged 22 and 23. So I'll go through the commentaries of both of them, and then the next few verses will be faster. Okay. So, Shri Bhagavanuvacha Prakasham cha pravrittim cha mohameva cha pandava nadveshti sampravrittani na nivrittani kakshati. God said, Bhagwan Shri Krishna said, O son of Pandu, O Arjun, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, delusion when they are present or long for them when they disappear. This basically. So Arjun had asked a question in the previous verse, 3 questions he had asked. Let me go to those 3 questions actually. What are the symptoms of those who have transcended the 3 gunas? How do they conduct themselves, and how do we transcend? Okay, so what are the symptoms of those who does not hate illumination, attachment and delusion when they're present? So I'll read this part, which makes it a little bit clearer for the translation. O Arjun, the persons who are transcendental to the 3 gunas neither hate illumination, which is born of sattva, nor activity, which is born of rajas, or delusion, which is born of tamas. So this is no, up till here. When these are abundantly present, nor do they long for them when they are absent. This is the verse 22. So they do not hate illumination, activity or delusion. They look at all 3 with, I don't even know how to begin to understand this, They look at all 3 with like equanimity. The next one is they remain neutral and they're not disturbed by them. So basically, when a person is in the material body, when they're identifying with the material body and they want sense gratification, then they are in the mode of material natures, in the gunas. But when one transfers the consciousness to Krishna, the sense gratification automatically stops. So the self is aloof from all of this. He does not desire to enjoy this body or get out of it. He's just completely free. I don't even know how to begin to understand something like that. And then a transcendentally situated person is not affected by honor and dishonor. He accepts things that are favorable for his duty in Krishna consciousness. He, whether it's stone or gold, he takes as his dear friend those who help him in his execution, and he does not hate anybody. He's just completely equal to everybody. He does not attempt anything for his own sakes. All he wants is Krishna's joy. Okay, and now here he also speaks beautifully. He says, illumined people do not hate ignorance when they see it, nor get implicated by it. And so this is what I've seen so many people, like worldly minded people, become overly concerned with the condition of the world. They spend their time and energy brooding about the state of the things in the world. Enlightened souls will work for human welfare. It's not that they won't work, but it will do it because they will do it because they want to do it, but they know that the results are in the hands of God. They just have to do their duty. They have to do their dharma. That's it. So that's what, like, Arjun had to fight. Arjun's duty was to fight, so he had to do his dharma. I got a little bit distracted. So I'm not exactly sure where I left. I think it's basically I was saying that like Krishna was saying to Arjun, you need to fight, you need to do things, you need to do your dharma, you need to do what is right for you, and then with a pure mind you'll actually do good and beneficial works without allowing the worldly situations to bear too heavily upon us. Basically, we are going to be doing our thing, but we're not going to, and we're going to have compassion for people, where we're going to want to help people, but we're not going to be like the tamas guna is like all hopelessness. The world is a bad place. It's going to the dogs. Nothing works. Whatever, blah blah blah. And satoguna is or transcendental, probably. Like he's talking about transcendental here. It's like, okay, this is the situation. I know what this situation is. I want to help as many people as I can. What can I do in this moment to help people? It's not like, oh, I can't do anything, or nobody can do anything. This is so bad. No. This is where we are right now. We are in Kali Yuga. We know that we're in Kali Yuga. We know that there is a lot of horrible stuff going on. What can we do? What is in my hands? God, give me the serenity to control the things that I can control and let go of the things that I cannot, whatever the actual prayer is, but something like that. So yeah, what can I do in this moment to help? That's what a transcendental person is. And a person of illumination, they don't feel they're equanimous, they don't feel miserable or jubilant when the modes of nature perform. But their emotions are very much there. Their emotions for Krishna are very much there. Their desperation for Krishna is very much there. It's the world, the modes of material nature that they're not in. Okay, so the thing that I'd started off by saying in the beginning that I really loved, that was that when there is a disturbing thought, I'm thinking in this negative manner, we begin to associate that with poison. We understand that these thoughts are poison, and we are allowing them to reside in us and damage us spiritually. This is so important. So and many times the mind presents a thought even against God and Guru, and we accept that thought at that time. So then at that time it is important to understand this thought is Maya. This thought is actually Maya trying to take us away from God. So when we understand that and we dissociate ourselves from that and we say, okay, that's it. That's not okay for us. We're not going to be doing that. We're not going to allow, okay, this thought happened, but we're going to let this thought pass. We're not going to associate with that thought and think that that is true. We're not going to give weight to that thought. We're not going to start believing that thought. It's okay that the thought happened. It's totally okay that thought happened. But that thought is Maya, and we'll just be like, okay, thought, you came and you can go. Please leave. Leave right now. Not every thought has to be believed and acted upon and felt and whatever. Like, we don't need to take that thought to the next level of feeling and imbibing or whatever. We can just say, okay, this is the thought, when we're letting it go. That's what the most crucial thing is. We reject the thoughts. I will have nothing to do with any thought that's not conducive to my devotion. So we use our brain as our friend. Our mind, our brain is like very, very, it takes us here and it takes us there and it takes us us there and takes us there. So we do thought control. We do, absolutely we do. We just redirect it towards Krishna and towards bhakti, towards Krishna. And so we are constantly working on mind control. What Arjun had said in chapter 6 or something, that it's too difficult and I can't control my thoughts. We still do need to control our thoughts. That's why he said surrender to me and do bhakti. But even for bhakti, we need to think about Krishna all the time. And we need to build that like slowly. But how to build that is by using our brain as a friend and thinking about Krishna all the time. We can't stop thinking. That is very difficult, but we can redirect our thinking. It's difficult as well. It's very difficult, but that is where the gold is. So yeah, that's it I was going to share something. What was I going to share? I had some really good realizations, really good breakthroughs, and I'm completely there. I got very distracted in the middle of the call. So anyways, yeah, well, I'll bring it up. It's been on my mind for the last 2-3 days, so it'll come up. So I'll bring it up in the next video or something. For now, I will take my leave. Wish you a day filled with lots and lots of Krishna's grace. Radhe Radhe.